Hey friends, okay, tonight I am making a delicious pasta dish with all kinds of veggies and some grilled chicken. So let me show you what we got going here. All right, so in my little pan here, now this is not my 9 by 13. This is more like an 8 by 8, maybe because I'm just making a little smaller batch, but you can do more or less. In this, I have just a handful of spinach. I know it looks like a lot, but y'all know it cooks way down. So just put however much in there you want, or you can leave this out all the way. There's so many different ways you can make this pasta. Okay, so I have that, and then I have about half a container of tomatoes here. I've washed these, rinsed them, just put them back in this little container. I'm cleaning out my fridge, y'all, so I'm making just all kinds of crazy stuff to use up my stuff that I have before I go back grocery shopping. Okay, so we have those in there, and then now here on this I have some diced yellow and red bell pepper and a little bit of red onion. This is optional too. Like I said, there's so many different ways that you can make this. This was kind of a trend there for a little bit, and I make mine a little bit different, but you can always leave these out. Let's see, let's go ahead and put our feta in. So we're gonna do some feta cheese. Now this is about half a container, maybe a little bit more. You could also do a block of feta, but I will tell you, actually my favorite cheese to use for this dish is the like the garlic and herb Boursin cheese. So if you buy the stuff to make this and you can get Boursin cheese, get that instead because it is so good. But none of our grocery stores here carry it. Our Walmart here doesn't even carry it, and I hadn't been to a Kroger or out of town or anywhere. So I'm just going to use this feta that I have, and it will work just fine if you want to use that. So I'm going to put this like right here in the middle, just kind of right down in there, just like that. Get all of that out. Like I said, I needed to use this stuff, and I thought, what am I going to make? And this just sounded perfect. Okay. And then I have a little bit of garlic here, just some cloves. I'm going to just roughly slice these up because they're going to soften up and we can mash them up. If you want to put them in there whole, you can. I tend to kind of like to slice them a little bit. But I think I have about 5 cloves here. If you don't have these, you could use just your refrigerator garlic. Y'all use what you have. Y'all know I tell you that all the time. You can make do with what you have. Okay? And then I have a few sun-dried tomatoes here. I know these look rough, but they're so good, especially in pasta dishes. So I got out about 4 little small ones, and I'm going to toss those in. I'm just going to sprinkle those around in here. These are perfect to have in the fridge because they keep for so long, y'all, and they're so good for so many dishes. So next time you go to the store, grab you a jar. Let me wash this off my hands. Now they have them soaking in oil, okay? So let me get this off. When you get them at the store, they're going to be in an oil-based jar here. Like this is oil and stuff down in here, and it may harden up a little bit like oil does in the fridge, but don't be alarmed by it. Just check your date. Like these are still good until 2026. So I don't know that I'd use them for that long, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I put some of those in there. That's optional. Don't that look so pretty so far, y'all? Now we're going to put a little bit of spice in. Let's see. We're going to do some crushed red pepper. Y'all are going to love this. If you've never tried this, you will love it. Just sprinkle some crushed red pepper in. Some oregano. Okay. A little bit of basil. Now, if you have some fresh basil leaves, that would be great too. I didn't have any. Like I said, I'm just cleaning out, making up stuff based off of what I have. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that in. I don't love a lot of basil, so I just typically do just a tiny bit. All right, a little bit of thyme. Now, if you don't have all these seasons and you have Italian season, use it. That will be just fine too. All right, a little bit of thyme. Okay, and we're going to do some salt and pepper. Let's see. and some salt. Okay, let me think. We're going to add some parsley later. We're not going to do that yet. Let's see. I think that's it for now. We're going to drizzle this, all of this with some olive oil. Drizzle it really good. Now, this is a pretty dish, I tell you. Like pretty before you ever even cook it. So just drizzle it really good. Uh-oh. Bella has spotted something. All right, now we're going to give this a little toss, y'all. Just to kind of let that oil get down in there all over everything. I kind of like to leave that cheese right there in the middle. But we're just going to toss this around. I have my oven set on 400. And we're going to pop this in there. And we're going to cook this a good while. This is going to cook way down. And then we're going to cook some pasta and toss in this. And y'all, it is absolutely divine. So good. Okay, we're going to leave it just like that. You see that? Don't that look good? Looks like you could just eat it just like that, don't it? Okay, I'm going to pop this in the oven. I have it on 400. And then I have some chicken here that I just have seasoned up. I'm going to pop these on the grill. And I'm going to cook our pasta. Like, we have time. While this is in the oven, you have time to do your chicken, your pasta, all that good stuff. And then we'll come back and we're going to put all this goodness together. Hey, y'all. Okay, we're fixing to put this delicious pasta meal together. Let's get our stuff out of the oven. Here's all of our stuff that we popped in the oven. See what I mean whenever I say it cooks down? All right, let's see. Let me set this over here. Make it a little bit easier. I'm going to set it right there. Now we're going to get all this good stuff mixed up. And y'all, when I say this smells good, I'm telling you what, if you're not hungry after smelling this, something is wrong. Because it smells amazing. Alright, we're going to go ahead. I cooked this on 400 for about 30 minutes. Now the timing is just going to all depend on how much you have. You know, like I said, I cooked a smaller batch. But what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to kind of mix this up. I'm going to chop those tomatoes. You know, they're good and cooked and they're busting open now. So I'm going to kind of hit those a little bit, mash them down. Y'all know we had all that spinach in there, and look, it just goes away. All right, we're going to mix all of this in with our feta cheese. And it smells divine. Kind of mash up those garlic pieces a little bit. Now we just cut them in big chunks. Mercy, mercy. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I saved out, of course. Now this is a very important part for this dish. I know I always tell y'all to save out some pasta water, but you definitely want to for this dish because that's going to be your liquid, okay? I saved some out. We're probably not going to use all this, but I always like to just have extra. So we're going to pour in, that's probably about half a cup. We're going to give that a good mix in there. Get that cheese good and mixed up. This smells amazing, amazing. All right, so see, now we have a little bit of liquid. While this was cooking, y'all, I did our pasta. Here's our pasta. Now, I really like the angel hair pasta for this, but I didn't have any. I was just using what I had, so I did this just protein spaghetti. You can use any that you want. I've used the bow tie pasta. It's really good. Just whatever you want to use. That works perfectly. So I'm going to get some of that. And I didn't break my pasta, so it's all in one big piece here. So we're going to try to hope that this liquid is enough to get it good and separated. Ooh, I don't want to touch that. That is hot, hot, hot. All right, so we're going to try to mix it up a little bit, get all that good liquid on our pasta. We may have to add a little bit more of our water, but we'll just see. And again, now I only used about half a box of that pasta because, y'all know, I didn't have a whole lot that I was adding to this. I only had about half a container of the tomatoes, about half a container of the feta cheese. But now if you're doing a whole bunch, you can go ahead and do all of the pasta. I'm gonna add just a little bit more because we don't want it to be dry. There we go. There's so much flavor in this, y'all. You're not going to mess it up. Just these vegetables and that garlic and everything alone is good. There we go. That's much better. All right, we're going to add in a little bit of parsley. Now, of course, I always tell y'all, if you have fresh, that is great too. And we're going to do a little bit of parm. I'm almost out in this thing, so I have a whole nother one over here, y'all. Y'all know we use a lot of parm. Me and Braden both love it. All right, give that a good toss. Doesn't that look good? It smells amazing. All right, I'm fixing to get me a quick little taste test. And I'm going to fix Braden a plate with the chicken and let him come in here and taste it. I don't know that he's ever eaten it with all this stuff in it. So I'm fixing to find out what he thinks of it. But, and y'all, this is just stuff this is something that I made using things that I already had. And I thought this sounded like a good dish to make, just using stuff I already had in the fridge and the cabinet. It's so good. That pasta is great. Anytime I use pasta for something like this, whenever I drain it, I always run the cold water over it, you know, to stop the cooking process. And then we put the hot pasta water in there, so it heated it all back up. Perfect. So good. All right, y'all. Let me get this mixed up here. I'm gonna fix him up a plate. I'm gonna see if he'll come in here and do a taste test for us. All right, I'll be right back. Well, let me go ahead. I'll go ahead and fix this up for y'all, and then I'll have him come in here. Let's see here. So let's use some of these so we can do a pretty little twist with our pasta. All right, let's see here. All right, we're gonna do it like this. All right, we're gonna kind of twist it around. You know how they do? I'm trying to look a little fancy here, y'all. Get a little bit of that liquid on there. Okay, just like that. Wipe all this off, make it look pretty. Okay, gonna have my chicken over here, y'all. Just threw this on the grill. This is just our grilled chicken like we always make. I've already sliced some of it up. So what I'm gonna do is get something here, get a fork, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay these sliced pieces right here. I did him too because, you know, he's a young man. They eat a lot, y'all. Y'all know that. So I made him 2 slices. I sliced up 2 pieces of chicken. Looks great. And I'm gonna do a little bit of extra parm on it because I know he'll like that. There it is, y'all. Look at this. Look delicious, I tell you what. All right, I'm gonna set this down. I'm fixing to go get him, and I'm gonna see if he'll come in here and do a taste test for us. Okay, y'all, I have Braden coming in here to do the taste test. I told him bring his phone and take a picture because this looks so good, and whenever I have my phone tied up here, I can't take a picture. Did you get a good picture?
I did.
All right, I want you to do the taste test.
You like it?
Well, I mean, you zoom in a little bit more.
Zoom in.
Here we go.
Like where?
Like real close up where you can get like all the good
Look,
effects.
look. You just look. Tell me what you think.
That looks good, yeah. There we go. Yep, save that, send it to me.
All right.
Okay, now we do the taste test.
All right.
I want you to try that pasta and that chicken. It's got the vegetables in it, but I think the flavor is going to overflow and you're going to like it anyway.
That was really good.
Is it good?
Yeah. I see the vegetables though.
I don't know. You can pick them off a side.
And the chicken's wonderful too.
Chicken good?
Mm-hmm.
So you recommend this recipe?
All day, every day.
All right, Joe. I wanted him to taste this. I've made this before, but he had never eaten it. But anyway, I'm fix me a plate of this, and I'm going to look at that picture and see if I need to post it. But anyway, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.